All right. Welcome back to Let's Talk with Gills and Dean. I'm your boy Gills as usual, and
Mug.
to my left is
Man, why the hell you didn't tell me my damn hat was crooked as hell up here? You seen it before anybody else. That some bitch was doing a old Bobby Brown Gumby cut. You know what I'm saying? It's some bitch like it. I can't get it right in the camera because hell, when I go to my right,
don't
it's really to
even.
my left. And then anyway, it's your boy, the insane Mr. Dean, kicking it with my brother, Mr. Gales. How are you doing with that whatever type of damn lineup you got going on there?
These are dreads. How dare
They
you?
know they
First of
know
all,
damn
right there at the
dreads.
bottom, pay the man. Let's go ahead and get that started. I'm doing all right, man. What you been up
Hashtag
to?
pay the damn man. I'm getting started early today, Jack.
I
This shit
see.
gonna be
I
fun.
see. You don't even have your unsponsored that gum beer can to blame. Like, what's going on? What's got you so fired up this Monday?
Ah, man, it's Monday, man. Glad to be alive. New another week that we got breath in our body. Ain't that enough to be happy about?
Hey, can you be mad at that? So look, we got some Joe Rogan stuff to get into for
We damn sure
sure.
do.
We got some
We damn
Brian
sure
stuff.
do.
LeBron James is quote unquote doing LeBron James stuff. But I want to start with this dude is that death shot, right? So this golfer who stood on the edge to, try to keep with the rules of golfing and all that sort of stuff, stands on the edge, gets the shot off, and almost falls like over this cliff looking thing. I wish I could show you this, but like, what the fuck are we doing in golf, man? Do we
Shit.
not have no? Can we not change some rules to make sure people aren't near dying?
Well, I guess it's entertainment. Hell, they trying to make some daredevilish shit in golf now. Hashtag pay the damn man. Let's
Right,
keep
for
this shit
sure.
going tonight, Jack.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a long night, man. I just want to
It
go ahead
might
and
be a
curl
long
into a ball,
night.
take a nap. But yeah,
I
man.
didn't. I did. I actually didn't get to see it. The golf thing that you're talking about, but it sounds like they're trying to do some daredevilish stuff in golf now. Was it a charity event or a real golf
No, it was
tournament?
just in a bad. It was just in a bad spot. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
think it's Jordan Spieth, right? And it's
He
just
one of
like,
the good ones too.
yeah, no, this is a legit like golfing thing, man. He's like sitting on the edge and trying to, hit the ball, and I think he hits it. But it says he avoids diving off a 70-foot cliff. Like, at what point do you just say, "Hey, man, I'll take the negative strokes"? You know what I mean?
Hell yeah! I mean, I ain't finna. How much are they paying him? Because if you was getting a big fat check, you might not get to see that. Your family might have seen it, but your ass
Right?
might not have
Is
seen
it
it.
worth it? But I mean, that's what's so interesting about sports, man. What we are willing to put ourselves through in order to play a sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that kind of goes along with this whole the vaccine thing, right? Oh,
Yeah.
look, shoot me up with whatever, rub me up with whatever, wrap me in
Mm-hmm.
whatever, give me whatever pill. And then some people are like, vaccine? I don't know about that. Like, it's just weird to see like that sort of divide, man. Like, don't
Yeah.
worry, folks, we're not getting into vaccine talk.
Damn
Like, I'm
sure
not.
ain't. Me
Hey,
and him
man.
done had wars over this vaccine talking. Probably could still have more wars. We ain't getting in that
Right.
shit today. I'm tired of that damn vaccine stuff.
Well,
My
like
lips
I
kind of
said,
chapped.
man.
My lips
Oh
kind of chapped. I'm
goodness.
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead
Sorry,
and take
people
care of
out
that,
there.
man. Don't be
Yeah,
frapping up the
sorry.
camera.
I know it, man.
But yeah, so
You-
look, man. Other big story in news: this Brian Flores thing. What the frap is
mhm.
going on there?
What the frap is going on there, Mister, is equal opportunity. He didn't get it. Um, got a text from Bill Belichick saying, "Congratulations on your job with Bill Belichick." Did he make a mistake of texting Brian Flores instead of Brian Dabo, or did he do this on purpose? Like how do you
Conspiracy
make that
Dean.
mistake?
Wait, hang on,
Because
Dean. Hang on.
conspiracy
Conspiracy Dean in the
you damn right.
building.
You damn right. Because just like I do, if you got somebody in your phone with the same name, you either gonna put like a Brian one or Brian two, or you gonna put like their last name or their initial for the last name, so you know that. How did Bill Belichick not know that? It's like he did it on purpose to get a reaction out of Brian Flores, in which he did. And Brian Flores said, "You're mistaken. I haven't accepted no job, and it wasn't offered to me." Oh, Oh, now I done messed up. I done leaked it out that Brian Dabo is the head coach of the New York Giants. The day that Brian Flores was supposed to go in for the interview, and them knowing that Flores wasn't even going to get the damn job, they had already hired Brian Dabo. You know what it is, man. We don't get that equal opportunity to be head coaches or owners or GM in the NFL, and it's time for change, man. It's been time for change. It's a lot of qualified guys to be head coaches in the league. A lot of qualified coordinators. Brian Leftwich, my guy for San Francisco 49ers, D'Amico Ryan at the linebacker coach. Anthony Lynn again, Eric Bieniemy. You know, it's a lot of guys. Jared Mayo, linebacker coach for the Patriots. I mean, it's a lot of guys that's qualified to get a head coaching job. I don't want to hear this shit that we ain't qualified. That's the same thing they said for the quarterbacks. And look at the quarterbacks of the NFL now. We taking over. I mean, and I ain't just trying to sound like, you know, bad. It's truth what it is. It's time for equal opportunity. You know, you need a black GM and black owner. It's time for this shit. It's time for a daggum change, like you saying. And Brian Flores is first off one of the first to call it out. He might have risked his chance of getting a head coaching job in the league again, but I like what he's doing. He's bringing it to light, and hopefully something will get done about it. Now, he might not get another coaching job in the NFL, but some college coaches would take this guy because there's one damn thing about it. This guy can coach. Look at what the Miami Dolphins started. They started the season off 1-7 and went on like a 7-8 game winning streak, and you get fired. That's momentum going into the next season, and you get fired. The same with Cully with the Texans. Yes, the Texans didn't have a good season, but he was changing the culture. They wouldn't get blowed out, and then he get fired. Now they're gonna hire Lovie Smith, was introduced as the head coach today. They're gonna hire him, but they'd only give you Lovie Smith and my man and Mike Tomlin from Pittsburgh Steelers. We need more diverse, man. We need more diverse. We can coach. We just ain't athletes. We can coach. We can run a team. We can own a team. It's time for change.
So for over 2 decades, people have been talking about this daggone change. So let me go back a little bit. So in the NFL, the Rooney Rule is what it's called, right? It's established
in two. Tell downtown Jeremy Brown, hell no, you ain't the topic today.
Hey, downtown Jeremy Brown, you are always the topic. He does have the Shawn Michaels glasses on too. Yeah, man. But what Dean is talking about is the Rooney Rule. So this was established in 2003. It requires NFL teams to interview candidates of color for head coaching and senior football operation positions. So that's more of the like executive offices, right? Flores was replaced by Mike McDaniel, who is calling himself biracial. I mean, he's got some stuff going on deep in the gene pool, but you couldn't tell by looking at it. But I guess that don't really matter. And Cully will most likely, like you said, be succeeded by Lovie Smith. Mm-hmm. All right, but this rule just says that you have to interview someone of color. You don't have to take it serious. And I think getting back to Bill Belichick, man, Bill Belichick is 69 years old trying to text in 2022. I guarantee he did that by accident, man.
Don't give me that shit. No, I don't want to hear that.
First of all, man. Hold on, hang on. Let me tell you why. Can I tell you why?
Tell me why. I got a lot of.
If you look at the text stream, look at the text stream, right, you see that there's a giant gap. When he's congratulating him and all that, and he was like, "Man, I haven't even interviewed with him." And then later on, he's like, "Coach, are you talking about another Brian, right?" And it's a while, and then he admits it, right? And then you can feel the hurt, right, in that text message when he goes from calling Bill Belichick, coach the entire time to thanks, Bill. At the end there, man, dude was upset, is mad, right? But I mean, like, we don't know if he did it on purpose. Like, I think people give Bill Belichick way too much credit. It's partially why your boy Tom Brady left out prepping the Patriots when he was thanking everybody and their mama, right, for his time in the NFL. I mean, it's nuts.
To argue your assessment that you just tried to bring up, Bill Belichick is one of the brightest damn minds in not NFL football, but in football. Okay? In football. The guy outside of Tom Brady really, and Randy Moss, really, what other big names did he have on those teams? This guy made guys, and you
Yeah,
don't
but
make guys.
hold on,
Hold on, no, 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 no. I'll let you
stay on
talk. So you
topic
didn't get
because you're talking about. But
no,
here's what
no,
I'm
you
saying.
because I'm getting to my point. This
Okay,
guy
all right,
made guys. He made guys outside of out of Randy Moss and Tom Brady. He made guys and get their name out there. He made his coaches. Bill Belichick is a very intelligent man. You're not gonna sit there and tell me he accidentally texted Brian Flores, not knowing that he was texting the wrong person. He's bright enough to know. I'm pretty sure he got on his phone Brian Dabo and Brian Flores.
right.
He did shit on purpose, man.
So
And of course, ain't
first of all,
nobody gonna
pay the
hold him
man.
accountable for it because it's Bill Belichick.
Oh
You
my
don't make
goodness,
that mistake.
bro.
You don't make that
First
mistake.
of all, pay the man. Secondly, like you're aware of what PhDs do, right? This is
Yep.
someone who has their doctorate, whether it's being in the medical field or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
they any doctor out there would tell you the same thing that they know a very lot about a very little, right? If you got your PhD in medicine, you know a lot about the medical field,
Right.
right? And you may look clueless with other things.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this is Bill Belichick. He's a brilliant football coach, brilliant mind, but he's also an old man who can make a very, very easy mistake. Like if you see, especially with iPhone, you hit Brian, right? And then it may say all your Brian's and you think you hit the right one and start texting, right? But let's set
Mm-hmm.
that aside because what you're saying, if you're what you're saying is that first of all, Bill Belichick is a super ally, right? And what he's doing is behind the scenes texting Brian Flores to let him know that there's some tomfoolery afoot. Right? I know you have an interview, but they're already telling me about a coach that coached with him too.
Right.
So he's betraying one friend to let another friend know, right? Knowing the implications, knowing that the Rooney Rule and all that stuff is a farce.
Check
And
this out,
I don't
man.
know if we can.
Check this out. You're a very bright, intelligent man. All right. You don't get accepted to Vanderbilt by being dumb. All right. Let's get that out the way.
Okay,
NFL is a dirty, 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 dirty company.
right,
We all know that. The NFL is dirty, dirty, dirty.
right.
They're just like you could be a second or third round draft pick. You go in and you get hurt a couple of seasons, and your name is never heard of again. Todd Gurley came in the league as one of the best players. He started getting hurt. They just brush him aside. Next man up. NFL is a dirty
But
business.
what
You
is
know
that?
that
So I'm asking you point blank. You think Bill
because
Belichick is on the side of good and he's going against all the coaches and the managers and everything to tip off Brian Flores? Is that what you're saying?
who's to say Roger Goodell didn't put him up to do this shit?
For what purpose?
You tell me.
What's you tell me? No, you can't make a statement if you don't have anything to back it up,
Because
man.
it's dirty. You're going to let him know. Okay, you
I'm
can
not
go in there
saying
and
it's
interview.
not dirty.
You
I'm
can go.
saying
All
you're
right.
saying that Bill Belichick is trying to help out the black coaches by telling him, hey,
Gave
this
him a
Rooney
heads
Rule is
up.
some garbage. Like that's fine, but I'm saying what are his motivations? And you got to realize who the commissioner works for, man. The commissioner doesn't work for the players, the fans, or anybody. He works for the owners. Like why would he put Bill Belichick up to help like destroy NFL confidence?
Because Roger Goodell is a rotten son of a bitch. That's
First of all,
why.
pay the man, but why would he mess up? Like, okay, Dean, these people pay him somewhere upwards of $30+ million
Are they gonna
a
stop
year
paying him?
just to
No.
take a bunch of garbage. I'm
Mhm.
saying, why? What is his motivation to set up the NFL? What does Roger Goodell got against his precious, precious NFL? Like, he's in a wonderful position. He's
It
getting
ain't got
compensated a
what he
lot.
got against his precious NFL. It's got what he got against minority coaches.
Dean, in one setting, you have said that they're secretly doing this to help black coaches, and they're also dirty and trying not to. I'm asking you, which one is it?
Hell, it's both.
Oh, I don't. I don't see how Roger Goodell's like gonna frap up his money to help black coaches get this stuff out in the
He's
public.
not gonna frap up his money. Roger Goodell's gonna get paid regardless. His money's not gonna get messed up. He's gonna get paid regardless.
I don't understand. Okay, so Spark. Okay, help me make sense of this, Spark. He's saying that he's mad at Kraft for getting caught at a rub and tug. At least that makes sense. If he wants to burn the whole thing down, right? That makes sense. Like Dean, I don't know what crap you're talking about, man.
You never get what I'm talking about. But people who understand me, you understand me.
People who understand me, get in the comments. Wait, hang on. Hey, everybody in the comments that understands Dean, like, I need y'all to get in the comments. Matter of fact, here's this link. I'm gonna throw this link in here. I need y'all to get on here and tell me, because it's going over my head. I mean, your boys over here saying that Roger Goodell and Bill Belichick are trying to help the black minorities, right, by getting this stuff out there, right? But he's also saying, oh, he's trying to keep them down because it's a dirty, dirty business. Like Spark says, I agree. It was an elderly man's mistake. I've texted the wrong person before. Like,
I mean, okay, if you're gonna have if you got 2 or 3 people with the same name in your phone, you're not gonna put some outside of that so you don't make that mistake.
Dean, are you telling me that you've never made that mistake?
If you got 2 Sydneys, you're gonna put my name in your phone as Dean. And then you go put the other Sydney.
Dean, here's what I'm asking.
So you know who to text.
Are you telling me that you've never made that mistake? You've never in your whole history of texting, text the wrong person.
Bro, who are you talking to? I've done dirty shit in my life. I have to stay on top of my game. The hell out of here with that. No, I have not.
Hey, I forgot who the Frap Out song to. Which brings us to values. Because we keep having this look. I'm gonna just like. So, okay, let me just get that whole story out of what we know so far. So, first off, you have Brian Flores who gets fired, and then after he gets fired, after a fairly good season, definitely, for Miami Dolphins and what he was left with, right? After the firing, then came the smear campaign, talking about how he was difficult to work with. We all know that dog whistle, right? Had a bunch of issues with him. He didn't even communicate with his staff for long periods of time, all kinds of stuff, right? Okay, so I'm in the comments. As Black says, that Dean is lying, which I agree with. Get the crap out of here, man.
Yeah, y'all think I'm lying. Keep thinking I'm lying. I ain't lying.
Made
I stay on top of my P's and damn Q's.
All right, buddies. Man. So anyway, Flores gets fired. He gets the smear campaign because he didn't play ball. And then he goes on these interviews. And in the NFL, every team has to, have so many interviews with minority coaches and exec positions. Before he even interviews with the New York Giants, someone Bill Belichick congratulates him, saying, hey, everything I'm hearing is that you got the job. Well, it turns out it was the wrong Brian, and it was it was a white Brian versus Brian Flores, who is black. Once that happens, that's when Brian Flores realizes that the Rooney Rule, the interview, all his time is being wasted, is all a show just to look like they're giving minorities a fair chance. So then he files a lawsuit. First of all, let's talk about the timing. That first day of Black History Month, right? Right before the Super Bowl as it approaches, right? So he files a suit saying, one, that his team down in Miami, the guy tried to force him to meet with people he's not supposed to meet with. He tried to force him to lose on purpose so they would have a higher draft position.
Pay him $100,000 a game that he lost.
Yeah, offered him $100,000 per lost game to basically tank the season, right? So after all of this, because he refused to do it, right, he actually that's when he gets fired later on and then labeled as difficult to work with.
Thank you, Mr. Jude.
All right, go ahead. Let's read this out.
You read. I don't like reading out loud.
Right. My only conspiracy theory. First of all, thank you, Mr. Jude, for saying it's a conspiracy theory and not talking out of the side of your left and right butt cheek. Right. My only conspiracy theory on this
come out of your left and right butt cheek.
Excuse me, I'm trying to read. Get the crap out of here. My only conspiracy theory on this bill, on this old bill, was trying to keep Dolphins in turmoil, same division and all. Bill is a mastermind. Maybe, like, say that's true. That doesn't take away from anything else we're talking about. But first of all, I want to know if Craig Jude has ever mistakenly texted the wrong person. That'd be interesting. Maybe that's a little topic question. So with all that stuff happening, man, I don't know. So having him come in for a farce of an interview, I can see the racial aspect in that, but I'm not sure if you can really connect the other stuff to race either.
Okay.
right?
All
So
right.
talk to me a little bit about that.
All right. Explain to me, my very intelligent friend over there, and you're a very intelligent guy. I've told you this on many occasions, and I've argued anybody down that you're one of the most intelligent people I've ever came in encounter with in my life. You explain to me why there's only one black head coach in the NFL right now. When it's all these qualified guys, it's a lot of qualified guys that should be running the NFL team as a head coach. Why is it just one?
Let me ask you, I guess, a counter question. What qualifies a person to be a head coach in the NFL?
What you mean what qualifies? If you're a coordinator and you coordinated your offense and defense and they're producing every year, the numbers, your offensive numbers are here, your defense stats, you in the top three every year, your offense, you in the top three every year. Okay, that's what these head coaches are coaching these guys for. You're grooming them to be a head coach. That's what you do. You take the next ladder up to head coach. Look at Dabo Sweeney at Clemson. I can't stand him, but he started off as equipment something and moved his way all the way up to head coaches. That's what you stay on their staff for. You stay there. You pick and learn the brain of the head coach, and for you go from position to coordinator to head coach at another school. That's what you busted your butt for. So these guys that's busting their butt on their sideline, they started down from, they either went from player to come in as a equipment manager, something, an analyst, and you work your way up year after year after year. You working your way up to be a head coach. You ain't working your way up just to be a damn offense coordinator or defense coordinator for 20 years. You deserve that chance.
Okay, Dean.
And hold on. And another thing. And I mean, this I'm just passionate about this because I've coached and you coached. Okay, you tell me, you let a black coach get out there and have 2 losing seasons. He's gone after 2 years. A white coach can have 5 losing seasons. He's still there. Jason Garrett. I mean, shit like that. Come on now. It's not fair. It's not an even playing ground. That's all I'm saying. It's not an even playing ground.
I know, but we're trying to hold on. We're trying to layer this, right? Because you're saying they're not getting the opportunity as they should. I'm saying, what is the criteria, right, in order to be an NFL head coach? Like for you to work in a factory, I'm not gonna say the name, but like let's say a car factory. We'll say Nissan. For you to work in Nissan, there's a list of things you have to be able to do, or pass tests and skill sets, and also there's a list of things that you need before you get hired. And I asked the question because here's the trick of that: there is no such thing in the NFL. A lot of people talk about the coordinator into the head coaching, but there are plenty of coaches who were not offense or defensive coordinators.
You're right.
Right, there's some that are just plucked. There are some that are just plucked out of college. Of course, you have your coaching trees. Like if you coached under Kyle Shanahan, then maybe you get an opportunity that other people who had more experience don't. Right.
I mean, it's just like Cliff Kingsbury. He was the head coach at Texas Tech. He never did have a winning record at Texas Tech. So what was so attractive about Cliff Kingsbury to get him an NFL job?
So there you have it. There's no criteria, right? It's not like he has to be a coordinator for so many years. He has to have X amount of win percentage. All that goes out the window. It literally is a bunch of owners deciding from their gut, do I like him or not?
So so basically what you're saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know, right?
That's it. It's not what you know, who you know.
And I can't argue with you. That's true in life.
Brian Flores, he's part of that coaching tree from Bill Belichick, just like the coach, the Brian, White Brian's what I'm gonna call him. White Brian in New York.
Brian Dabo.
No, I like White Brian better. So what I'm saying is, these people, they don't have. There's no criteria. Okay, so we can throw that stuff out. But what usually happens is, like I said, you coach for somebody who's been successful, like a Bill Belichick or Kyle Shanahan. The other way is nepotism, right? Oh, his daddy was a football coach, and his daddy's daddy was a football coach, right? Or like you said, player. So those are the three sort of. That's usually the pool we pull from, right? But just like any other job, like what we're missing is a better pool system, right? So one, we need
Mm-hmm.
criteria. Two, we need a better pool, which means more minority coaches in the lower positions, and as head coaches, and as you said, in executive branches, right? And then ownership as well. So you reflect your workers, right? Because it's 70% black people who play in the NFL, but like you said, it's one minority owner group, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things that we got to look at. But so if you lay all that stuff out, right, it really comes down to what do the owners feel and think when they are hiring these coaches. And a lot of time it's just, I don't have a lot of experience of black people in this position, and well, this guy over here looks kind of nerdy, and he's coached with Bill Belichick, so let's go with him. It's all about comfort, right? Like the guy who got hired down there in Miami, he was on a less than 1 hour, interview process. They liked him and hired him right away. You
Well, I
know,
mean, that's just like Doug Peterson got hired as Jacksonville Jaguars head coach, but Brian Leftwich was tied to that job all the way up to that day. And then when Brian Leftwich found out they were going to come in and do some funny stuff with Doug Peterson, which I'm not saying Doug Peterson ain't a good head coach, because he's a good head coach. I mean, he took his team to the Super Bowl when your starting quarterback hurt with a backup quarterback and beat the GOAT. He beat Tom Brady. That's not what I'm saying. But Brian Leftwich was tied to that job until the week of, and kind of figured out there was going to be some messy business involved. He just took his name out because he anticipated and kind of knew they were going to hire Doug Peterson over him. Brian Leftwich is qualified to be a head coach, and nothing against Doug Peterson because he's a good coach. That's a good hire. He'll help Trevor Lawrence, but why you think Brian Leftwich wouldn't have helped him? You know what I'm saying?
right?
Eric Bieniemy. I mean, come on, man. Eric Bieniemy should have been done and got a job somewhere.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's not about qualifications. It's literally the good old boy system. Like, what do I feel like? Like, you look at the Jerry Jones. He's been rumored to just want puppet coaches. Why do I like Jason Garrett? Because he'll do exactly what I want him to. He's okay with me doing the press conference versus him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why he had to get rid of Jimmy Johnson, right? And Jimmy Johnson is I don't even think in the Ring of Honor with all them Super Bowl wins, right?
Well, I mean, the thing is, when you said about Jerry Jones, okay, now you got McCarthy, which is something like
Puppet coach.
Garrett, which is something like Garrett. He's a puppet, but Sean Payton's name is now tied to the Cowboys job if they don't have a winning season this year. You think Sean Payton gonna let Jerry Jones walk all over him like this? Sean Payton is a coach that's gonna fire back.
Right.
So
Which is
I
why
mean,
one word. That's why he got rid of that one of the greatest coaches of all times, right?
mm-hmm.
Jimmy Johnson. And that team that Jimmy and him put together slipped up in 1-1 with Swisher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Switzer. I can't even say his name right.
Barry Swisher, yep.
And we haven't been good since. But I'm saying this to let you know that it's not, I don't know if it's flat racism or if it's actually, I'm just gonna look at what I'm comfortable with and hire that. That makes me feel good. It's LeBron James deciding, hey, Frap winning, I just want to be around my boys. I'm gonna wait around until my son gets in here.
Speaking of him, you see how that shit working out, right?
Right. Well, fine, but
don't get me started on LeBum.
No, let's, because we already halfway through the show, man. We have not talked much about him.
But, I don't feel like talking about LeBum. You know what? Yes, I do, because I put something up about LeBum, and behold, people go in on me. One particular person, Mr. Kyle Newland, which gets ass hurt whenever I say anything about LeBum.
Pay the man.
Like they go together or something. Dude, I'm not hating. I just put up a thing that MJ is the GOAT and LeBum not. So dude, don't get mad at me for that. You make comments like you really want to do something. Calm down, young man. Calm down. You ain't got nothing else better to do with your life but try to take shots at me on social media. I could entertain that and fire back at you, but I got better shit to do. So, yeah.
Well, first of all, I don't sound like you, because let me tell you, I feel like you are a closeted LeBron fan. Let's go ahead and talk about LeBron James doing more LeBron things, right? Look, as the comments roll in. Like, it's
That's
fine.
right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So here's what I'm saying. And Jude, I feel like we touched on this earlier, right? As he chimes in with Kobe is greater than LeBron. Ellipsis, fight me. Like,
Right.
first of all, why we gotta get physical, man? You
You
know,
ain't got to get physical. I'm not a closet LeBron fan. I call him out on shit, and his fans get mad about it, and they come back at me.
yeah, but at this
Point blank.
point, it's
Period.
like it's not even you calling him out. I mean, it's the same stuff, rinse, wash, repeat. Like we've had this, we've gone through this game, but hold on, let me address Mr. Jude because we touched on this earlier, and we talked a little bit about how I feel like LeBron James has different values. Now, doesn't have the killer instinct, right? Right? Doesn't know how to build a team, right? I agree with that. Spark plug. I hope you out there listening. So I'm saying negative things about LeBron. Merry Christmas. So if you look at those main things that you keep bringing up, right? Fine, but the man still has lots and lots of money, lots and lots of friends. His core family, his businesses are thriving. His relationships seem to be thriving. He's at the position where he gets to say, win, lose, or draw, I want my friends around me. Can you imagine if you were in the NBA and you knew that I was sorry and that Craig and Lee was sorry too, but you decided I just want to hang out with my buddies, right? You saying that you would just be like, nah, I ain't doing that. Right? I mean, he's an old man who just wants to talk with his friends, man.
You want my honest opinion? How long have you been knowing me?
Oh, sometimes feels like too long.
Damn right. So if your ass sorry, hell no, I don't want you on my damn team.
Man.
You can sit from the side. We can still chill. I can't have you out there on that damn court when we lose the fucking game.
Cool.
I'm sorry.
First of all, pay the man.
Yep.
And look at this, man. No, look, you got that Michael Jordan mentality. I mean, I think it's something to be said that, this is the first time I've seen Michael Jordan and his son do anything together, right? I mean, anything together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's maybe he's just a private person, but if you listen to his interviews and his speeches, he sounds so miserable, Dean. And I'm asking you, is that worth the dadgum 6 undefeated championship runs?
I'm not Jordan.
No, I'm saying,
we all knew Jordan was a private person. He always has been a damn private person. Jordan have always.
First of all, just didn't have all this technology out. Like,
I still think
as we start to find out more and more about him, I'm saying we're hearing from the GOAT himself, where he's tearing up at the end of a documentary that he executive produced, right? Mm-hmm. Tearing up, saying the way I did it, there's a better way to do it. Don't do it the way I did it.
Right.
The man is broken. He's telling you on his own production, his own like ESPN documentary, right? That he's gonna make a lot of money off of.
Guess what?
But he's telling you himself is miserable. Meanwhile, LeBron James is kiki kaka laughing, living it up. Michael B. Jordan, other Hollywood people. Like, I'm just saying, like, can we not look at it maybe that he just has a different value set, and I think he wins.
And everybody else, you don't get what I'm saying week in and week out.
Mm-hmm.
I never did say I wasn't a fan of LeBron off of the court. On the damn court, I would never root LeBron. He's not better than Kobe. He's not better than Jordan. I'm sorry. I would never put him above it. He don't have that killer instinct of those guys. He chooses and picks who he want to talk trash to. He chooses and picks who he want to bully. When he got somebody who's going to guard him good, he don't.
Oh, come on. It's a bunch of grown men. Like, what are we talking about bullying? Stop. What are we talking about bullying?
I'm not talking about bullying. I'm talking about bully ball, bully basketball. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like bullying. Like, I'm gonna
explain. What do you mean bully basketball?
Bully basketball. He got somebody that's not so much a superstar, like when Kawhi guard him or Paul George is guard him or PJ Tucker. You don't see him trying to take them down there and back them down. Hell no, because they're gonna give him good D. Now he take one of these, up and coming players. I'm gonna just say DeAndre Fox because he's coming. He gonna try to play a little bit of bully ball with DeAndre Fox, just like he did the other night with RJ Barrett. And I'm not a fan of RJ Barrett, but he did not back down. RJ didn't back down. He was outweighed by over 100 pounds, but he stayed in there and fought. RJ didn't back down. But that's the thing.
He has outplayed everybody in the league this year. So
he's outplayed everybody in the
league? Yeah. According to the numbers, yeah. Playing like he's in his 30s again.
You outplay everybody when your team down 20 and then the other team that took all their damn starters out. It don't count.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So we got a definition of bully ball. Like when you guard me, Gales, I know I'm gonna do okay. All right, get him the crap out of here. That's fine. That's fine.
That dude's a damn comedian right there, man. I love him to death.
He's something.
I
He's
love him
something.
to death.
That's why I love Ja
But
Morant. He is
I-
a throwback. He isn't
yeah,
trying to be your friend.
right.
Just that killer mentality. And
And
here's what I'm saying to everybody who says that. Fine. And everybody who says he's not better than Jordan. Fine. Like, what else? What else are we talking about here? Like, I'm so over the who's the greatest. Like, we don't know unless those three people, Bryant, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, played in the same era under the same rules, the same technology, whatever. That's the only way you would know for sure. And even then, who knows?
well,
But
and
all
you
I'm
know,
saying is with you, Dean, you over here ripping these black fathers for no daggum
oh man,
reason.
if you don't
I'm
quit,
trying to figure out why. I'm
I
trying to figure out
swear,
why it bothers you so much to just look at. I feel like LeBron James at the game of life crushes Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, just for the simple fact that they both have self-reported to be miserable to get to the level that they are. And this dude is like tripped backwards into a couple of championships, right? And just as much success. So I don't know like how you look at that and go, yeah, man, Jordan clearly is the winner. Like I'm not talking about on the court or anything like that. I'm saying at the game of life, LeBron just seems like he's enjoying himself a lot more than they did. You know
guess
what I
what?
mean?
Guess what? You got your damn opinion. Everybody else out there got their damn opinion. I have my
Ooh.
damn opinion. And in my opinion, Bron is not up there with Kobe and Jordan. We all got different opinions of who we
No,
want
that's
and who,
fine.
who
I'm
is our
saying
greatest.
according to what?
But that's the thing.
I'm saying
That-
according to what? Are we talking points? Are we talking rebounds? Are we talking killer instinct? Right?
I'm talking
Or
the game.
right.
All out game. He's not up there with them two.
Yeah, see, I just feel like I'm over the game stuff, man. I'm looking at this dude's life and I'm thinking
You looking at his
this
life.
dude's life is amazing.
Oh my God, man. This damn
That's
dude
it.
life,
That's all
man.
I'm saying. All I'm saying is I think at the game of life, he frapping wins.
Okay. Well, that's your damn opinion. In my opinion, he don't.
Okay,
And that's the thing.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm asking you, how? Because he doesn't have killer instinct, because he don't talk trash to the people you want him to and keep his mouth closed against others. Like I'm saying, in your opinion, like how is he not winning right now?
What you mean? Yeah, he winning because he's doing great things and
Human.
stuff off the court. He's
Human
making
downtown
money.
Jeremy Brown. I'm talking about LeBron James the human, right? When you have Kobe Bryant in interviews talking about the misery of his process, you have Michael Jordan crying on his own documentary, executively produced, right? Saying that the way I did it wasn't worth it. I've lost so many friends. I lost so much, right? You don't think he's talking a little bit about his wife in that situation? You don't think he's talking about Charles Barkley, a really good friend that he lost because of this crazy maniac frapping killer instinct that y'all like to talk about? Like, fine, he had killer instinct. Yes, I'll probably pick him and Brian over taking the last shot. Fine, but I'm saying beyond that, like I don't understand how you just not sit back.
So you mean to tell me
of like this dude and what he's built from where he came from? That's it.
So you tell me you rather be out there having fun and not winning chips and being the greatest, and just going out there just lollygagging around. I'm having fun because I'm LeBron James. Woo woo! Ah, damn that.
I'm saying if it's me, like
but
LeBron
it's you,
James has
like our homeboy, Mr. Jeremy Brown. Hold on.
Here's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna let you go.
Hold on. Here's what I'm saying. If it were me, yes, I'd take LeBron's route. If I had to choose your path, you can go the Michael Jordan path, you can go the Kobe Bryant path, or you can go the LeBron James path. I'm picking Bron's path. This dude has championships and all kinds of rewards, all kinds of money from the game, all kinds of respect from the game, popularity from the game, and so much more. So much more. Now, these are the words of Michael Jordan, who's like, don't do it the way I did. I sacrificed my wife. I sacrificed my children. Like, there's so much he sacrificed to get 6 championships. Frapping Robert Horry has more than him. He did all that sacrifice for 6 championships, bro.
Robert Horry did it. Robert Horry did it too as a role player. Don't ever put Robert Orr in the same damn conversation with
I'm
Michael
not.
Jordan.
He's
Are you
above
kidding
Michael
me?
Jordan in frapping championships, is what I'm
Oh my
telling you.
God, dude.
So if you're saying like that misery, that level of misery in that man's life is worth 6 championships and 6 MVPs, never lost in the finals, great. I'm telling you,
Give it.
Michael Jordan is saying it's not worth it. It wasn't worth it. I wish I'd have done it another way. That's what I'm
Guess
saying.
what? Give me the route of Jordan and Kobe any mother effing day, because once I step on that court, whether it was when I was a kid till now, I step on that field, whether I was a kid to now, I do not like you if you're on the opposite side of that ball as me.
Right.
I'm coming at you. We can be best friends. Me and Jeremy Brown play against each other. You think we never did like each other? That's the competitiveness in us. And that's my guy. That's my guy. My cousin, Untamed Fitness. We go at each other. You wouldn't even think we was kin. That's the competitiveness of it. There ain't no damn friend when you're on the opposite side of that ball. It ain't no friend. I'm trying to do him, and he trying to do me. That's what it is.
You don't
give me the route of Jordan and Kobe all damn day. You daggum right.
You don't think that LeBron James is competitive? Is that what you're saying now?
He's too damn friendly. No, he's not competitive to the level of them two. Hell no. No.
Oh my goodness.
No.
I need y'all in the comments. Like I'm trying to
everybody agreeing with me. Most people agreeing with me. He's not to the competitive of Jordan and Kobe, not even to a damn Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett didn't have no damn friends on that court. He wanted your throat. Wanted your blood.
Jordan didn't say what. So hold on. Downtown Jimmy Brown writes, win by any means necessary was their mentality. Right. Absolutely. But you're saying Jordan didn't say what? I invite you to go watch the last few moments of that documentary, right? Where Jordan is saying how this path is miserable. Right? And I'm telling you, Jordan did all of that just for the sake of winning. He had the dog mentality. Great. But I'm telling you that he himself is saying it wasn't worth what I gave up for it. And all I'm applauding LeBron James for is to see, because we don't know. He could be a hot mess behind closed doors, right? But he seems like he's doing it in a different way that I think we need to just sit back and go, man, this is amazing. It's amazing at his age to still be doing it the way that he's doing. His numbers are comparable to when he was 30, right? Outplaying everybody in the league right now.
Yeah,
these are facts. These are facts. Hang on.
Man.
Then he's got a bunch of other stuff outside of all of that seems to me is more appealing than frapping this crazy psychopathic, competitive whatever it is, right? Like I don't understand. I just think it's a difference in values. He valued those 6 championships and that mentality, and he showed it, and he showed it well. Right? It created LeBron James, for goodness sakes. But I'm just saying, when you have Michael Jordan crying, saying, hey, man, don't do it the way I did. You can be competitive, but make sure you're valuing the right things.
Okay. Shaquille O'Neal, the most dominating big man ever in the league. He wasn't friendly to nobody. You think, he ever came out and said he was
Some of it, he still has really good friendships. He still has really good friendships.
He wasn't friend with nobody on that damn court.
On the court? I'm not talking. Okay, fine. Like,
that's
you don't like him high-fiving and
off
shaking.
Of the court. We're talking about on the court.
No, I'm talking about all of it. I'm talking about all of it together. I'm talking about all of it together, bro. No, I'm saying Shaq would go at somebody and then they go to dinner. I'm saying, and Jordan used to do that until it got to the point that even that somehow became competitive, and he was losing friends left and right.
You see what Mr. Brown said? Boom. He said, I did it my way.
Is that what you interpreted? He said, I did it his way. Oh, man. Y'all talking about
he's talking a different thing. I'm talking about competitive on the court. He going at how they live their lifestyle. Damn how they live their lifestyle. We're talking about basketball, the game, not what you do outside the damn game. Competitive on the game. His level to Jordan Kobe level.
I agree with that. I'm just saying there's more to it. There's something to it.
You know what? Let's get off this damn LeBron shit. Go to Joe Rogan, because I got some shit to say about his ass too.
No, let me clear the floor, and you just tell me. First of all, tell the people what's going on with Joe Rogan, and then your thoughts.
Well, I looked at a thing that India Arie had put up on Facebook the other day. It was a thing she was saying about Spotify and Mr. Joe Rogan. This Mr. Gales is his number one fan. Joe Rogan went on his podcast to go on and say the N-word multiple times. So I shared this information with Mr. Gales, and he asked me, what do I see wrong with it? Well, I see a lot of things wrong with it. I see a man of not my texture saying the word with the ER and saying it multiple times. Why are you saying it multiple times? Why is that even coming out of your mouth? And Spotify pay him $100 million and keep him on, but you paying the other artists pennies on the dollar to play their music. But Joe Rogan get $100 million to go on there and say the N-word with the ER multiple times on his platform, and they keep him on. What? So you ask me what I see wrong? You don't see nothing wrong with it? Come on, explain. Because I see a lot wrong with it.
First of all, I love how you put that. Like, I am okay with him dropping N bombs, bro. I was talking
They
about
on the speaker.
what Indy Iree was talking about. Because in her statement, if you peel back all those layers, her big issues was pay the artist. They've been at this battle since that what was it back in the day? Them illegal shares or whatever, foul sharing or whatever it was. Oh my goodness, dude got involved in Facebook at one point. Help me out in the comments, somebody. Like, I don't remember what it was. Napster, was it? Anyway, like, musicians have been fighting. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about, Jude. Help me produce this thing. Yeah. So all the way back to then, when internet became a thing that was easily consumed in homes, and we were able to share music, and musicians weren't getting paid. First, you have to understand that most of the music is not even owned by the talent who create the music, right? I'm sure it's widely covered at this point. What NDRE is talking about is, hey, pay us more. And how that usually works is Spotify pays whomever has the rights to the music. A lot of times it's companies. And once Spotify pays the companies then kick back to the artist. That's why that percentage is so small. It's not like, Spotify is short selling, which they are. But I'm saying they're paying the people who own the music, and the people who own the music are saying, here you go, NDRE. Here is 1,000th of a %, right? And her statement, with all the N-word and Joe Rogan, $100 million, whatever. The big thing I got from her comment specifically is that if you're gonna pay him like that, pay us. If you're gonna pay this man who's dropping the N-word, pay us. But her issue is not with Spotify. Her issue is with the company that owns her music. You know what I mean? And so that's what I was saying about, what do you see wrong with that? Right? Now, Joe Rogan, we all know that's a horrible thing to do, right? And he didn't, just to be fair, he didn't direct it at anybody or anything like that. No excuse. He said it's one of the worst things. He's truly embarrassed and sorry and all this apology or whatever. They've taken a bunch of episodes that has some COVID misinformation, as well as racial and LGBTQ plus sensitive material. Over 100 episodes, I think, at this point. Right? My question to you, beyond all that, Dean, was, does he deserve forgiveness? Answer carefully.
Does he deserve forgiveness? Yeah, let me see. Hell no. Because Joe Rogan is a very smart guy. Very, very, very smart, intelligent individual. I give him that. So by you doing that, you went on your national show and you said it not once, not twice, but multiple times.
So it was 24. Hang on, let me clean that up. Hang on. It was 24 times over a few episodes, and this was towards the beginning. So around 10 to 12 years ago. So it's not like he did when it was national or anything like that. But he is on camera. I mean, it's something he took down, but other people had, I guess, saved the videos or whatever and put together that compilation that shows every time he did it. Right? So just to be clear, continue.
So my thing is, it's not right to say. You're a very smart man, but you said it multiple times. And how comfortable he was by saying it, that tells me he said this numerous of times. Maybe not in public, But to his colleagues, to his friends, he's said this numerous of times because he said it so comfortably. So to me, it's like that's how you really feel. And it kind of came out in a way you really didn't want it to. You weren't really putting it in that perspective, but it came out, and now it's all out that you were saying it.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, you really feel that way, Joe Rogan.
Feel
So
what
should
way?
we? So
See, again, here's what you want to be careful of, because
you,
we're in the business of talking for a living, hopefully, right? So you need to be careful with this, because what you're saying is, first of all, he never directed it at someone. So it's no difference than when we had to read it in school or anything like that. He didn't make some horrific comparisons to Planet of the Apes and the Black Neighborhood, all kinds of stuff. But I want you, one, to understand that he himself recorded and put this stuff out, right? And he didn't think, he thought in his mind that because I'm not using it towards anybody, because I'm not using it to down anybody, a lot of the times he was talking about how black comics would use it to get a laugh and the different ways they can use it. Most of those videos are from that. And as soon as he, someone talks to him, which again, he was comfortable and all that stuff, but as soon as it's called out to him, he himself took it down. He himself apologized for it then, and then hasn't used it since. It's resurfaced, and he's apologized again and saying again, I'm gonna try to, continue to grow, right? So I'm saying for you to say that he doesn't deserve forgiveness, that means if we say anything to slip up, Dean, we should be gone too. And here's what I'm saying about free speech in general. This is a perfect example of it. Because you got an idiot who says something they shouldn't have said. He apologized. He didn't use it again. I think that's a strong message to people who think it's okay to use that word, especially people who look like Joe Rogan. And I think if we continue to have these conversations where people say something that they shouldn't, or allowed to say stuff that they shouldn't, they get checked, and then they improve the behavior. I think this is a great way to behave in society, right? But if we keep doing like you say, like, hey, you said the N-word, get them out of here. I feel like we've had white friends to say it, we check them, never happens again, and that friend doesn't have to be deleted from our lives. That's a real world application.
First off, I never did say get him out of here, because like when you text me and said, so should we cancel Joe Rogan? I said that cancel shit is very overrated, because no one ever get canceled any damn way. So I get tired of hearing let's cancel this person. You're not going to cancel.
I believe there's a couple of comedians who literally got fired from shows and couldn't work because of some things.
And
they
guess
said
what?
Did.
They bounced back over a period of time because they.
Yeah, but
you're
talking about millions of dollars lost, man. That's not a small thing.
Yeah, but they bounced back and they made some of that money back. You're not going to cancel them forever. That cancel shit is overrated. I get tired of hearing that shit. My thing
Wait a minute again. That gum.
My thing is how comfortably he said it. And did he apologize, or did his PR team put him up to apologize? You don't know if that was a sincere apology or not. You don't know what they tell him about. These people have a team.
Dean,
these people, you're right. These people have a team behind them.
This man said out of his mouth, right? And then once people do that, you watch their actions. You don't have anybody in your life who has said something wrong to you that you're still able to deal with that person. Like, are you kidding me? You do it all the time with me. You know how many times I've had to forgive you, Dean? Like, are you kidding me? Here's what I'm saying.
Call you a black baboon? That's just shit that I do.
Yes, because that's colorist, right? And any black little dark-skinned dudes out there may be offended by that. That may make them feel bad about themselves.
I'm just as chocolate as you are.
Get the fucking Dean out of here. See what I'm saying? This is cancel culture, right? But I'm not talking about cancel culture. These frapping daggone dog whistles and all that garbage. Like, I'm talking about someone saying something, being checked, changing their behavior as far as we can see and tell. I'm saying if that happens, you're good with me, right? He said a bunch of stuff that I don't agree with, I don't like, but at each turn is, hey, this is not, I'm okay with the, explaining my actions. I'm okay with being wrong. I'm okay with apologizing. I'm okay with having my mind changed by a sense, right? I think that's the draw. That's why I'm drawn to that type of person. What he did, horrible. I like how he's handling it, moving forward. And we'll keep watching and we'll see, right? That's all I'm saying. And you want to give people the same benefit of doubt that you want in return, because none of us are frapping perfect. Come on off the mute. You're out of timeout.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, okay, I can't say don't forgive him, because we all done did something that everybody deserves forgiveness. All right, but we're not gonna forget it. And so when I look at Joe Rogan now, I look at him a little
differently,
different than what I used to.
and
Because
that's
like I
fine.
said,
I think that's
he
fair.
he's very he's very smart. He's very intelligent. I mean, he did what he did and got paid $100 million. So all that is great, but I won't forget what he did. He
Right.
could be forgave, but we won't forget.
This is what I'm saying. I think now we just watch him closely and see if his actions match up with what he says. He says he feels bad, right? The video looks pretty sincere, right? But the bigger issue with Spotify and the artists, like, yeah, you don't get what you deserve. Like, I mean, come on, man. We live in a capitalistic society here in America. You don't get what you deserve ever, ever. But you do get what you negotiate for. And I think that's where we're at now, right? These artists who signed those crappy deals with those crappy companies are getting like they're getting cheated and have been for a long time, and it's going to continue unless they change their behavior. They're going to have to educate themselves. They're going to have to utilize YouTube and whatever is out there to try to own their material. I feel like that's out here, right? I just I don't know this world that we live in where we look at things so black and white. I think is dangerous. Joe Rogan, terrible job. Good apology. We'll see. We'll see. 5 years, 10 years from now, will he say it again? Like, will he act out racism? Right? I know too many black comments who themselves talk about how good Joe Rogan has been to them. You know what I mean? All these black comments who are coming out, it's like, I don't think it was coming from a place of hate. It was an ignorant thing to do. And I think he'll try his best to make up for it from this point on. And I
I
think
don't
that's what we
think
should look at.
I don't think he would come from a place of hate. My thing is how comfortably he was saying it. That I
Right.
can't get over that. You
Yeah.
know,
And I
so
don't I
so
don't know if it's but so it's either he literally thought how he was using it wasn't a hateful way, so he was comfortable, or he secretly hates black people. Like those are your options there.
no,
Those are your
I ain't
options.
saying that. I
But
mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
hope he don't.
right, right,
But it's just like how calmly he would said it. It's like he has used it before in private
right.
settings.
You know what it
That's all I'm
reminds me
saying.
of? It reminds me of like a little kid who's saying a bad word because they hear it at home
Hmm.
all the time, right? No one gets in trouble at home. And whenever I say it, my auntie and them laugh about it. Oh boy, don't be saying that, key, right? Then he says it at school. And then people are like, whoa, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And now that child has to figure out, like, oh, shoot. So is bad at school? Is it bad everywhere? Like, where can I cuss? Where can I not? You know what I mean? That's what it reminded me of. I don't know. We don't know. But I'm just going to go by his actions. If he continues to help black comics and black people, right, with his money, with his ridiculous wealth, if he continues to talk kindly about us moving forward, I think that's enough for me, right? I don't know the guy personally. I've got no stake in this shoe. He ain't gave me $1. But I'm just saying, in general, I want to look at this as how, if I'm in that ridiculous position, how do I want people to give me a second shot, right? How do I want people to perceive me if I'm saying something ridiculous? Just like you say every day on this dadgum show, Dean. That's all I'm saying.
Ha ha ha! I don't say ridiculous shit. I say real shit.
Pay the
A
man.
different thing.
Oh my goodness.
Different
Well, I
thing.
don't know.
But
So
anyway,
yeah, y'all
whatever.
y'all get in the comments. I want to hear more about this. Like, what do
Hey,
y'all think?
you know what? Since you were like the mastermind behind this whole little thing we got going on,
Oh, let's talk
orchestrate
about
us to get an interview with Mr. Rogan. Let's pick his brain a little bit.
it. I
It's
would
worth a
love it.
shot. Only thing you can tell us yes or damn no.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
worth a shot.
Look, I will hit them up myself. All right. So listen,
That might be the exposure we need.
how do you keep warm in a cold room, Dean?
How you keep warm in the cold room?
Mm-hmm.
Put on a damn jacket or a hoodie.
First of all, pay the man. You go to the corner because it's always 90 degrees.
I'll be damn. This summer gonna do it to me every week. But you all know what it is, man. I got the last word, and going off of what we just had a conversation on. You know, the world. in America want us at each other's throat if you're not of the same race or if you're not of the same tax bracket. And what I mean by that, if you're not rich. So they want the poor and the middle class piece of people at each other's throats, and they want the blacks or the white at each other's throats. And we got to overcome that as people and come together because you're supposed to love each other no matter what color you are. Because guess what? If you cut your arm and I cut my arm, we both gonna bleed red. We both gonna bleed red. Either way it go. So in the eyes of the man upstairs, you still my brother, you still my sister, even though you ain't the skin tone that I am. So we need to come together as one, and let's beat these people who want us to be at each other's throats and beat each other's odds. We can do it, and everybody put their mind to it, and everybody quit being stubborn. And that's what we're gonna do. Peace and love. Holla at y'all next week.